channel. Today I'm doing an eyeshadow look. I'm gonna try to do different parts of my makeup in different videos every time. So this time we did some eyeshadow. As you can see, it's like a nice like little chocolate rose gold glitter kind of a look. So hopefully everybody enjoys. Hopefully we didn't get too weird. Definitely we got weird. Definitely that happened. I can't not get weird. It's what I do, but hopefully we didn't get too wild. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you I hope you enjoy. And yeah, be sure to ask any questions, or if you do love it, to give a thumbs up. So thank you guys. I'm excited. All right, and I guess we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna get going on this beautiful chocolatey look. Right now, I sort of am identifying as a giant eyebrow. That's kind of all I feel like I look like right now. All right, so as always, I'm gonna start with my Shape Tape Concealer. Are we doing this still? As I've said before, I'm a huge fan of this stuff. You really don't need a lot. It glides right on. I did my eyebrows off camera because, like I said last time, the stuff I'm using is not that great. Not a lot of stores are open right now. My eyebrows, although they feel like a priority for me, are not really a priority for others, which is sort of grossly disappointing, but that's okay. I feel like in times of crisis, we need to worry about a couple of things: the health and wellness of our neighbors and our family, and also my vanity is very important. This is kind of how you'll find I always start with my eyeshadow. Gonna put these two little polka dots on, and then I use my ring finger to blend it out. I do have a little bit of paint all over my nails because since I have found myself with a bit of unexpected time off, I have been painting everything in my house that I can get my hands on. Anything that looks like it needs to be painted white. So as you can see, I kind of blend that out a little bit farther, and I blend this in very far in because I have a lot of pigmentation right there. There you go. And this stuff does dry kind of quickly, so you want to keep moving with it. And the reason people use Shape Tape or, you know, the MAC paint pots and things like that, eyeshadow primers are nice, but when you like a more bold look, when you like your eyeshadow to stand out a little bit more, this gives you a much more kind of even surface to work with. To start with, I'm going to be using this same Tarte palette that I had used last time. This I got in a BoxyCharm. It's really pigmented, which is sometimes amazing, but that can be tricky to work with if you're not used to doing eyeshadow. You always want it pigmented. Sometimes this is a little bit much even for me, and I've been doing eyeshadow, you know, pretty much since I can remember. I'm gonna jump in with, it's actually one of the contour shades. This is called Terracotta. I'm just kind of feeling that color right now. It's like definitely like a warm light brown, and I'm using this kind of narrower brush. It's fluffy at the end, but it's narrower at the top. So gonna work that in right about here. See, I barely touched it. And there's so much color there already. That's why you want to be, that's why you see people tapping off their brush. It's not because we like to make fun little conductor noises, although that is certainly part of it. You really feel your rhythm there. But if you just jump right in with it, you smudge pigment everywhere, and it's not cute, and it's really hard to blend out. So that's why also you want to start kind of at the outer portion of the eye and work your way in. So that way you're spending most of that pigment on the outer bit. Words right now, okay? Please don't make me remember words. Don't make me. This is my moment in the sun. I'm going to do what I want. I cannot be told. I will not be told. Nobody look at me. Okay? Everybody look away. You're not my mom. Kind of, I use circular motions, and then I use a bit of that windshield wiper. That is a preference thing. Either of those two moves should do. This, for me, I just feel like blends it out a little bit more. So yeah, this is a motion that I find a little bit easier, is roundy, roundy, round, sweep, sweep, sweep. Wow, that's actually a bit from my most recent children's book. It's kind of like the wheels on the bus, but it's called Roundy, Roundy, Round, Sweep, Sweep, Sweep. I'm okay. We're all okay. That's what it's called. It's also the name of my adult book, which is an autobiography. Okay, so as you know, what we do to one eye, we must do to the other. Once you feel like that's kind of good and blended out, because we're going to keep blending throughout this whole thing. If you've ever watched an eyeshadow tutorial, you know the whole thing is full of repetitive motions, and that motion is typically blending. However it is you choose to do that, just blend it out. All right, so what we do to one eye, we must do to the next eye. Send eyebrow gel, send brow pomade. Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, to be specific. Thank you. Thank you, Santa, if you're listening. Okay, so we've got that all blended out on both eyes. If you feel like you've done a good job, as good of a job as possible, it's time to dive into a slightly darker color. I'm going to be jumping into, I think I'm going to go in with this contour shade called Timber. I just like these colors. They're making me happy right now. Don't ever question me. And we're going to place that slightly below where we just put that lighter kind of blending shade. Sometimes I go dark to light, sometimes I go light to dark. It really just sort of depends on where my eye takes me. It sort of depends on the eyeshadow look I'm doing that day. That's not a right or wrong thing, it's a preference thing. All that matters, as we've addressed before, is the blending. So always making sure we are blending. We all want to be a blendy Wendy, not a smudgy. I don't really have a word that rhymes with smudgy. If anyone can think of a word that rhymes with smudgy, please let me know. A smudgy mudgy? I don't think anyone's nickname is Mudgy. If anyone knows anyone named Mudgy, oh my God, I enjoy my own company way too much. That's what this quarantine has done to me. I already thought I was funny. Like, now I'm an absolute monster. So I'm blending this onto my lower lid a little bit at a bit of an angle. As you can see, I'm like sweeping down onto that a little bit. That's that eye. Pretty much done with that shade. Okay, we're gonna jump in with our Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I know I'm kind of using the same things that I used last time, but these are some of my faves. I just like to use these. They're easy to use. They're familiar to me. Please don't try to take me out of my comfort zone. It's abusive, it's aggressive, and I don't need negativity in my life right now. Yeah. So I'm gonna go in with this color Punk right here. I don't know if you guys can see, this was from my last video where I couldn't figure out how to turn the palette to face everybody, so I just ruined it. It was fun. So dipping into that color Punk, tapping it off, because not just because we like the sound, but because we don't want to look like hooers. Okay. All right. Smooshing that in there. Kind of concentrating this darker shade on your outlands, on your outer reaches, the outer portion of the project. My best friend is Canadian and she says project. We can all take a moment to chuckle about that. Don't worry, I'm not making fun of her. She gives me a hard enough time about my upstate New York accent. That sounds more like a Midwest accent. It does. It does. Upstate New York, you either sound like you are a cowboy or you sound like you are like a really friendly mom from the Midwest. So it's either or. All right. Once you feel like you've got that nice and smudgy, still haven't thought of a great word to rhyme with that yet, then it's time to move on to the next eye. Don't stop until you look like a prostitute. I feel like you're not even allowed to make jokes anymore. Everyone's going to yell at me for making jokes. Just wait till I break out my best your mom material. Every joke I have is a your mom joke. Like someone's like, oh, I like that. That's soft. I'm like, your mom's soft. Oh my God. Why did I say that? Why do I say stuff? Why do I say stuff? Why do you people let me say stuff? I shouldn't be saying stuff to folks ever. I'm taking a little bit on this brush here. This is actually from one of my old Urban Decay Naked palettes. I really liked the brushes that came with them. So you don't want to load that brush up too much. So we're gonna start to, woo, I put a little bit too much on here. So sorry about that. Just try to balance it out there on both sides. All right, and I look fabulous. Okay, anyway. Oh shoot, that. Note to self, don't pause to make silly faces. So this is turning into a little bit more of a almost cut crease than I'd planned because I used way more concealer than I planned to. So you have to, like, when that happens, you have to go with it. There's nothing you can really do aside from removing the whole eyeshadow look. Go with it and make it into something else. Like, so what, it wasn't the original plan, you know? Okay, I'm gonna use my fingertip to kind of blend that over there a little bit. And I don't want like a precise line like a cut crease. I just kind of want a little bit of a slightly tackier base to lay on some shimmer. We can also use a little bit of glitter glue. This palette, this eyeshadow palette, actually smells really good. It's like a vanilla-y kind of smell. That's always nice. It's better than it smelling like farts, I guess. Please nobody come out with a fart scented eyeshadow palette if you can help it, unless of course that's the next big trend. What do I know? Okay, popping a little bit of a tacky glitter base over that concealer. Not everywhere, just like a little bit. And while that's still tacky, I'm gonna grab a little bit of my MAC gold glitter. I love this stuff. It's like one of the MAC Pure Pigment type things. Okay. Oh my God, I love it. It's super festive. Your mom is super festive. There, I got one out. Once I've tapped that on there with a fingertip, I'm gonna fill a little bit in here, like into the lid a little bit. And I'm gonna use the fluffy end of my brush. You don't want to bring it up too much. This you don't want to blend around. You really don't. Or it's going to end up all over the eyeshadow. You really want to focus on where you put the concealer and the kind of glitter glue stuff. I'm going to use my little ColourPop palette that my business partner and dear sweet friend Corrine put together for me. And I'm going to use this pink, pretty little like pure glitter thing. I've used this before. I love it. So I'm gonna get that onto my fingertip here. And we're gonna press that over top of this. Wow, that is really glittery. I might have made it weird. I'm not sure. I may have gone ahead and made this weirder than it needed to be. But I'm okay with that. I'm secure in my weird. I'm sort of using a patting motion with this. Like I'm not swiping. I'm like blotting, sort of. That's enough glitter to even make me nervous. Ooh. Is it falling everywhere? Do I just look insane? I'm not gonna lie though, like even if this does end up looking super crazy, I'm not unhappy with it because I cannot be unhappy when there's glitter around. I can't. I've tried. Can you imagine like having a sour face on with glitter all over? How creepy would that be? Like being covered in glitter, but like having a sad face on. You can't. You can't. People like, glitter is the herpes of the craft world. Like, oh wow, I cannot imagine how sad the rest of your life is if that's how you feel about glitter. Like, do you also hate candy? Like, do you, like, what else about you is very sad? No, you're dropping everything. So I'm going to go back in with that punk color that we used earlier, that dark brown, the darkest brown from the Born to Run palette. Just make sure that we are... Now this you can blend, like, right? You don't want to blend the glitter out. You want to blend this in to meet the glitter a little bit. You don't want to use too much or you start to get some harsher lines right there. You just want to make sure that you have like full coverage on these outer corners. All right, and we're going to line over our lash line. That was graceful. We're going to put a little eyeliner on, a little liquid eyeliner. Not going to do a big crazy wing. I feel like that's like probably a video for a different day, but I am going to lay it on kind of thick. Because I'm going to put on sort of a more dramatic pair of lashes. Liquid eyeliner doesn't always love going over top of glitter, so there's that. So that's what that's starting to look like. So definitely a little bit more drama, a little thickness. But at some point, yeah, I'll do a video that has a wing in it. I think what I'm waiting for is to get an eyeliner that I don't hate. All right, so that's shaping up okay. So what we do on one eye, we do to the other eye. No, you took too much Excedrin migraine today. Your mom took too much Excedrin migraine today. See, I told you I'd throw some mom jokes in there. And as previously discussed, we do have 2 eyelids per eye, right? We've got our top lid, we've got our lower lid. So I like to do the top first, and once I'm done with the top, I throw my foundation on, I do my whole face routine, and then I do the lower lid. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my foundation on off camera, and then I will jump back on to do that. And I keep gesturing like this. I'm going to hit myself right directly in the eye, and I'm not going to be able to make any more of these videos because I will be in the hospital taking up valuable hospital beds with Kat Von D black trooper liner sticking out of my cornea. So that's going to be fun. So I did my foundation and contour and highlight and all that stuff off camera. So gonna jump back into this now and do my lower lashes. Ooh, my eyebrow's a little wonky on the side. Well, that's okay. Like, I am perfect, but it doesn't always have to show. So I don't want to make everybody else super insecure. No, just kidding. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with the color, it's a contour shade Timber from that weird little Tarte thing. That's kind of a dark one, so I'm using a little brush. Woo! A little brush, but it's like, fluffy at the end. And I'm connecting it right in here and smoking out that kind of edge a little bit. Because I don't want it to be like too precise. All right, blending that a tiny bit down, not too much, because like I said last time, I do have some aging skin under my eyes, so sometimes that makes the lower lid a little bit tricky to do because it catches in those fine lines. And So you don't want to smoke it down too much there, but you know, enough that you get the drama that you're looking for. I'm always looking for drama. People are always like, ah, no drama. I hate drama. I'm like, I love drama. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Not drama in my life, but like when other people have it in theirs, I am an enthusiastic watcher of other people's drama. But like the second it starts to come, like, you know, knocking on my door, I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, no, sorry, I don't do my own drama. I do other people's drama. Nobody's honest about that. If people hated drama, like there wouldn't be such a thing as Hollywood or network television or any kind of television or YouTube or any of that. People are like, oh, I hate drama. Okay, yeah, you know, watch another episode of Real Housewives and then, you know, I'll believe you even more, right? Why not? So we're starting to look nice and shiny and crazy. I looked crazy before I started, but now I'm a different and special kind of crazy. We're going to highlight those inner corners. I'm going to use my MAC Hyper Real Glow. I'm going to use this really light shade that maybe at one point had a name. If it did before, it doesn't now. Because it probably got all rubbed off because I use that all the time. So I'm going to use that lightest shade. You can spritz your brush with a little bit of setting spray. I just don't feel like it, to be frank. I don't want to. So I'm gonna just go ahead and dab that into the corner there. Bring it up into that glitter a little bit. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye. And it just makes such a pretty, I don't know. It just completes it. It just brings everything full circle a little bit. All right, using that Bodyography Epic Lash. I don't like it. But right now I'm a bit low, like I said before, on makeup options. So I'm just using what I can, using what I have to show you guys a thing or two. Definitely I am overdue for a trip to Sephora. So that'll be fun. Maybe that'll be a fun video that I can record, is me going to Sephora and overspending. People often ask when I'm doing their makeup, hey, we're putting false lashes on still, right? And I'm like, yeah, why? And they're like, well, you're putting mascara on me. And I'm like, yes, it's totally necessary. False lashes are like a super bright, shiny look with like, and they're like super black. When you've gone and put on a full face of makeup, it gets into your eyelashes a little bit. The eyeshadow gets in there. The foundation kind of touches them and they turn sort of like a grayish kind of look. So you have to darken them down a bit with mascara to blend the false lashes in. And you can totally, you know, if you want, put the mascara on once you've put the false lashes on. I just find when I do that because I reuse the false lashes, and I find when I put mascara on once my lashes are on, I don't get as many wears out of them, and I am cheap AF. I like to save money where I can, because if I can save on lashes, that's more that I can put towards other products. So not coating them in goop is always a nice idea. Poking myself in the eye with my mascara. It's fine. Let's get those lashes going. I'm gonna just casually throw this on the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here. You really don't need a lot. I don't know how people do these videos live. I like count on editing. Oh my gosh. So I use the Duo lash glue. So I'm going to use that. And I like to put mine on with a tweezer because I feel like the lash tool that they make, I have not used it without hurting myself. And I hurt myself enough I need to protect myself from myself and use the tools that feel comfortable for me. And tweezers are those, although I have also hurt myself with those, but less. You got to kind of look at things on a graph here. Also, I cannot stress this enough. Please let the glue dry for at least 30 seconds before you put the lashes on your eye, because nothing hurts like getting lash glue in your actual lashes and in your eye. So once you feel like you've let that dry for long enough, you want to kind of go in, not straight on, right? That's a great way to hit yourself in the eye. You want to come from above, and you don't want to go too far towards that inner corner because they will poke you in the eye all day. And there's nothing that I hate worse than when I'm trying to cut hair or color hair is getting poked in the eye by my makeup, by my stuff that's on my face. Like, no, no, thank you. Sorry, this is intensely awkward to do right now. I'm sure I'm making a variety of really exciting faces while I do this. You gotta love like what I call mascara face. Like when people are putting their mascara in there, like that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm like really conscious of the faces that I'm making right now. All right, guys, and that's it. That is the whole look. It's a look. It's sparkly, as you can see. I finished it off with a little bit of matte lip cream. I struggled to find, this is supposed to be a nude color. I think a lot of people know that nude means different things to different skin tones. So for people who are like me and like, you know, kind of pale and cooler toned, it can be really hard to find a nude lip color. So this is as close as it gets right now. I finished off with my Anastasia Dewy setting spray. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys like it. It's actually more glittery than I planned on, but I like it. I'm not unhappy with it. It's fun. It's different. It's, you know, I'm kind of enjoying it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope I wasn't too annoying. So yeah, if you would, as a favor to me, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope that you subscribe to my channel so you can keep getting some weird, fun makeup and hair and other kind of stuff tutorials, and just kind of go on the ride with me. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you liked it.